This is the story of Backroads Brent, taking them back roads wherever he went. Now until forever he follows his nose, riding them back roads wherever he goes. Backroads Brent, Backroads Brent, Backroads Brent, you don't pay no rent. Backroads Brent, a journey gent, everything he owns is 7 cents. Backroads Brent, Backroads Brent, Backroads Brent, you don't pay no rent. Backroads Brent, a journey gent, everything he owns is, everything he knows is 7 cents. Backroads Brent.
Okay. That'd be Brent Boehler, which we've known as Brent and Woofy Brent.
Right.
And the other guy, Brent, that's done so many of those other things that, most of us would never do, but you would. Here's my friend Brent Boehler, who actually, when I first came on the radio, was a huge supporter and encourager for me.
Yes, that was a couple of years ago.
A while
and
ago.
Then some.
Yeah, that. Sometime.
It's like if I ask you how tall you are and you tell me that you're 4'20".
No, I'm 5 foot even. Oh. Come on.
Okay. Sorry, 4'12".
I'm sitting in a lower chair.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But I have new and interesting things.
So you have a whole theme to go with your new adventure.
Well, that happened back in 2017. I had planned to do this, get in this van and just travel the country.
Yep.
And, skip ahead. It didn't happen back then for various reasons. But it's happening now, hopefully this summer. And I'm going to Newfoundland. I'm going to drive to Newfoundland.
Why?
Well, because I've always wanted to go to Newfoundland. But now I have a real good reason to go to Newfoundland. My brother, Bruce, lives there. And his Newfie wife and Newfie son and Newfie daughter. And their daughter's got a baby on the way. So I'm going to... Okay.
So you get to go as uncle and great uncle at the same time?
Yeah.
Ooh,
well,
nice.
Yeah. But here's the really interesting part about it. I want to go out there and do a Newfie Christmas. And it's so cold there. I came down here in a T-shirt today, right?
You're guaranteed snow there. Yeah, you know that.
I looked at my grass and thought, oh my God, I got to cut that grass pretty soon. And they're freezing down there. But, it's a new experience. It's something I want. I want to try something. The stuff that I've done has kind of closed up. And
well, you wrote the book about I Am Woofy.
Brent and Woofy, yeah.
Yeah, so that was
it almost kind of was a close to it, basically. Of course, Woofy will go with me on the road, and if something pops up, but I'm not doing a Brent and Woofy tour. I'm doing a Backroads Brent tour, which means I can go anywhere I want, do whatever I want, and you know me, I'm going to be doing whatever I want away from the cities on the back roads.
That's the back road part.
Because I'm not, fond of cities and noise and
lots of people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you have a really good map, GPS,
No, I have no map. I know where Nanaimo is, and I know where Newfoundland is.
Somewhere in between is where your adventure is.
Yeah, so I figure it'll probably take, it depends on the timing of it. Going out there probably take, 3-4 months.
Yes.
Coming home will take a year. Or whatever. Whenever I decide to leave Newfoundland, because I am going to spend a winter out there. I haven't spent a winter in the cold in a long time.
Because you've been on the coast for
a
while,
84.
Hey?
I moved here in January of 84.
So, yeah, sometime.
So 38 years. And I haven't been off this rock hardly at all. When I first moved here, I went, I wouldn't want to live there, there's nothing there. Why would you want? You're isolated and blah, blah, blah. Well.
well, and here he goes. Well.
Yeah, I've barely got off the rock. So there's a song coming up called One Rock to the Other, and we'll play that. I wrote it about driving from one rock to the other. Yes.
Well, I have your whole list. Like you're let's see. When you write, it's like someone turns on a tap and you don't stop, and then someone turns off the tap for a while.
But you know what's really cool about it now? Because I have been writing songs about this trip.
Yes.
It's happy songs.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of my songs were about women who hurt me.
Yes.
And I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not writing about that anymore.
The writing and the actual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what I was thinking the other day? I've got a book full of songs about women who hurt me. or I let hurt, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, look at Brent.
Yeah, I know it's me, it's not them. Yeah. Anyways, I was thinking I should take some of these old songs that I've written and change the words. Make them happy songs, because there are.
Oh,
you know,
really
I wrote the book about all those songs, and I wrote the book about the love affair. And now, here's the most cool, fun part about this whole trip and whole adventure. What do people like to talk about the most?
The most?
Yeah. What do people like to talk about the most, especially if they've had a couple?
A couple. Oh, the guy that hurt them the most.
No, they like to talk about themselves.
Themselves. Really? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
they don't have to be drunk to do that.
No, but they talk a lot more if they do. But so I came up with this really good idea a couple of years ago.
Yes.
I'm gonna do a book. Now this book is called Canadians A,
yes.
and it's from Canucks for Canucks anecdotes from across the country, because people just love the talk. I got to tell you one quick one that kind of inspired me. I have a friend. His name's Brent, too. Hi, Brent.
Hey, Brent.
Yeah, I call him Mr. Brent and his wife, Mrs. Brent. I don't know her name.
Good.
I think it's Kathy or something like that. But he was telling me one day, and he's about my age, maybe a little bit older. He's got a grandchild, about 3 or 4 years old. And they were making a room in the basement, so they had all the 2x4 studs standing up and down. And, of course, the child is whipping back and forth and in and out of these studs. And Brent, the grandpa, looks at the child and he says, do you think I should follow you through there? I'll chase you through the studs. And she looked at him and pointed at his belly and said, I don't think your Tim Hortons will fit through there, Grandpa.
Things like that.
Another one, I talked to a bass player, and he was telling me, we were talking about vibration, stuff like that. And he said they were playing out in a pasture, like horses over there. It was an oat farm or something. Every time he hit a particular note when he was tuning, all the horses started singing. When they heard that note, and we know the dogs do it, right? Do you ever think about horses that do it?
No.
So, and there's thousands and thousands and thousands. It's kind of be like stuff like you'd never think of, like just stuff that like
randomly happens, but happens.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Can you imagine when I get out to Moncton, New Brunswick, and talk to a fisherman about his boat? Oh. He'll rattle on and on and on.
So are you going to do blogging, video blogging? How are we going to, enjoy your adventure? Because we don't want to go. No. We just want to watch you go.
Well, sure, of course. I have a story about that too. But the website's backroadsbrent.com. Okay. And there's a blogger, there's YouTube, all the social stuff, which takes forever, but you got to do it. But
you have already had so much experience doing that because of Brent and Whoopi. So you already know that part of it.
I thought of that the other day when I was doing it. I said, all that was just getting me to this point. Yeah, I know how
you wanted to be a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
So you got to do that. Spend time with kids. So,
So there'll be a blog for Brent, Backroads Brent, and there is a website for Canadians A book. And what I aims to do is to put interviews up there and videos, because I'm going to videotape the people. Right. And then they'll sign the release form. Mm-hmm. Thank you, by the way, for helping me edit.
You're welcome.
It's important. It's important to do that, right?
It is. Yeah.
And here's something, I don't know if this will work, but this might be kind of cool. Hello, Canadian government. Hi, I'm writing a song. Can I get a grant? No. Hello, Canadian government. Hi, I'm writing a book about Canadians. Can I get a grant? Sure! Because they love that stuff, right?
So, and it is. When you're writing, looking for grant writing, you've got to find where fits what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah. And the Canadians, the government loves Canadians talking about Canadians. So,
because we're trying to improve our reputation a little bit, maybe. I don't know. We're trying to look good again.
I don't know either. I'm just in this for fun. No thinking.
No thinking. No thinking.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I've been checking out vans. Here, there, and everywhere. And the Ford Transit mid-van at the dealership is only $59,999.99.
What? No.
Wait, what?
More than my first house.
It's more than my house.
Well, you're going to be living in it, though.
Yeah,
so it's your house on wheels. So,
I got to get a high tub. I have a bit of a thing I got to work out, but I finally figured it out because I started looking around and thinking, the lower vans, because I'm going to take a canoe. Okay. And I have to get a canoe up on the top. Now, have you ever looked at how high those high top? They're like 10 feet up there.
That's why they have little ladders at the end.
I know, but how am I going to get a canoe up there? But here's what I've decided. I'm getting a high top because Brenty's old knees don't work anymore. Any video that I've ever watched of people living, traveling in row vans are always on their knees. They get out of bed, they're on their knees. And I rolled out of bed the other day and I went, if their ceiling's only this high, what am I going to do? So that made the decision.
Okay,
I have to get.
This is very good.
Yeah, I have to get a high top. Getting a canoe on the top is going to happen when I can figure it out. I've already got a plan to get a winch on the front and, get maybe a sled to put the canoe on there, stand out there, and up it goes, and,
Why not?
Yeah, so it's all going to work out because that's my brother.
You're going to have to put something at the top so that it doesn't go side to side.
Yeah, there'll be a roof rack up there. But my brother asked me the other day, he said, "Are you taking your studio on the road with you in your van? Have you made room for it?" I said, "Yes, it goes like this. Number 1, bed. Number 2, studio. Number 3, canoe." So that's how it's going to work.
Something else should be number 2. I'm just going to...
I've already got that.
Okay.
I already made that. I made that years ago.
Yes, I've known Brent for a while. Now, when Brent actually had a show on CHLY called
Brent and Woofy,
and
Woofy radio show.
My young then grandson and I would be the occasional guest on the show and had a lot of fun. I've got some wonderful memories, pictures, and audio recordings.
He was quite the kid when he was younger. He still is.
Yeah,
but,
he is. Yeah. He is. But, he is getting older. So I Got Freedom. When did this song come to you when you were imagining your new adventure?
Yeah. All these songs, except for the Backroads theme song, have all been written in the last week or so. And recorded. I've got a home studio now. And I got to tell you about Scott and Glenn in a second here. But if you, I can't remember where I wrote this. Oh, it's in the Brent and Woofy. I am Brent and Woofy about songwriting. Yep. For some reason, I have been blessed with being able to write songs in minutes. Like these songs, I write these songs in 20, 30 minutes. The One Rock to Another, I started writing the words on the little tablet. Yep. Before I got up and picked up the guitar, I already had the melody and the chords. Before I even picked up the guitar, it was already done. Do we want to play that one before the end? Sure you can. Okay. Sure you can. Let's be doing that. This one is, let me tell you first about the Nashville bass player. I get to boast that the bass player is from Nashville. This is cool. And he said, also to make sure to remind everybody that he played with the Platters and the Ink Spots for 10 years. And I said, okay, well, just saying. Anyways, we're talking about Scott McLeod. He's down in Nashville. I can play the bass, but I don't want all my songs to sound like me playing everything on them. So I make the song, send it to him without the bass line on it. He plays it in his living room and sends me the bass line back and plunk it into the recorder there, and away we go. It's just like he's sitting right beside me. Internet is amazing. And it takes the song from to it just livens it right up, so it's not a robot. So he's done this on all of these songs. Scott has played on all of them. Oh, sweet. Yeah. And it saves me from having to go get a bass, wear out my fingers, don't like what I played. And you don't have to hear the bass line. It's going to be taken care of. Scott. Like you don't have to worry about it. I'm going to be honest with you. When they first come in, I go, oh, that's not what I want. But once it's in the song, it's exactly what I want because it's not me playing the same. Because you can hear what you would play as opposed to what Scott can do. So this one, Glenn didn't play on this one. He played on the other one. I did all the guitar work and everything, harmonies, everything, recording. It takes a long time. Then once it's finished, then you got to do all that social media stuff, which takes just about as long as the songwriting itself. Yeah, recording and mixing. When you're doing it all yourself, it's. But you know what? What do I got? Time. I got time. I'm retired. Because you're retired. I'm retired. You're retired. I'm retired. Aw, are you tired or just retired? No, just retired. I'm actually living again. Yay! I've been laying around doing nothing, getting fat for the last 2-3 years, and now I got to find something to do. So this is it. Your trip's gonna work it right off you. Oh yeah. So from one rock to another. Yeah, that was hard to say. Just so you know. Is the description there? No, it just says one rock to another. Can I read the description? You most certainly may, because I can't see it. You got to go do 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 do. Well, I look do 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 do. Why don't you play the song and I'll read the description after? Oh, there's a thought. How's that sound? Here we are. Here's one rock to another. This is Brent. Backroads Brent. Yeah. He's taken an adventure from this rock to the t'other. We're going to tell you about a different name when we come back. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rolling from one rock to the other, heading back east to see my my brother, his stepdaughter, his son, and his mother. A brand new baby makes another. West Rock to Eastern Boulder. Gotta get there before I get older. Even though it's so much colder, I'll be there for Christmas, and that's what I told her. Driving a van across the land, seeing everything that I can. Meeting new folks and making new fans. Cruising the back roads to Newfoundland. Leaving the West Coast rain behind. Searching the country for sunshine. Saying goodbye to the same old grind. Feeling so free, I'm unconfined. Everything that I can, meeting new folks and making new fans, cruising the back roads to Newfoundland, rolling from one rock to the other, hitting the road by early summer, lots of new country to discover. I'll be back home by next September, rolling one rock to the other, rolling one rock to the other, rolling one rock to the other, rolling, rolling, one rock to the other, rolling, one rock to the other, rolling, one rock to the other, rolling, rolling, one rock to the other, rolling, one rock to the other, rolling, one rock to the other, rolling, rolling, one rock to the other, rolling, one rock to the other, rolling, one rock to the other, rolling, rolling, one rock to the other, rolling, one rock to the other, rolling, one rock to the other, rolling.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Brent says I'm singing along and I don't know the song. That's how catchy that is.
That's crazy. I can see her mouth and she knows the words that are coming up. So you know what, Pam? I'm not going to give you the description because the song.
Oh, it tells everything. So you're leaving early summer.
Yeah.
You'll be back next September. You're going to go see the brother with the wife and the kid and the kid that's having the kid.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So if you want the description, you got to go to the YouTube and oh, by the way, when you guys go to the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I hate it when people say that, but I have to have 100 subscribers before you can get a name, like a YouTube name.
Yes.
So
you need the button pushed.
Yeah, I got 19 and that's not so bad. So, but yeah.
How long you been doing it?
A month.
Okay, so now you need to really push people.
Yeah. So
not push, invite.
Yeah, invite.
Invite.
Yeah. This time around, like I'm doing all the same stuff I did to promote my magic show and Brent and Woofy and all that stuff. But this time around, it's fun because there's no pressure. It doesn't matter. You know,
well, this time I'm not, trying to make enough money
I'm not doing this for anybody but me. So it doesn't matter. Whatever happens, happens. It's wonderful. So
hence no map.
No,
man.
I have some places I want to go, and what's really cool about that is when I bring this up, somebody says, oh, you got to go here. You got to go there.
But you probably have some Brent and Woofy fans that have grown up and moved away.
Maybe,
they might, there might be spots where it'd be very cool for having Brent show up.
I went into the TELUS store because I'm going to have to get a new cell phone plan, right?
Yes.
And, that might be
Speaking of which, so Brent, there's a rule in the booth.
Turn the volume off. So anyways, there's this young girl in there. She's got to be, 21 or something. And she's just, like bored as can be with her job. And she's going through the motions as we're talking about me getting a new cell phone plan, right? And then I say to her, well, I got to get some internet in the van because I'm going to Newfoundland. As soon as I said that, her little eyes went boom. She said, my grandma's from Newfoundland. She shows me on the map where her grandma's from, where she's visited. You got to go to this place. And she turned in from a meat robot, blah, 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 sell yourself, to this giggly little person who was so excited. And I'm going to that place whether I want to or not, right? Yes. I have to go visit it. Yes. Turns out it's only 50 miles away from where my brother lives. So.
Oh, no way. Okay, now how cool is that, right? Yeah. You get to knock on the woman's door and say, your granddaughter says,
yeah, yeah.
There's another story on the other end, right?
When I tell people that I'm doing this, the reactions are from right field to left field. One guy told me, I says, I want to get a van. That's all I want is a van with a bed, and I don't want a motorhome, right? Mm-hmm. He says, how much you want to spend? $30,000. He says, if you spend a little more, like $70,000, you can get one of them Mercedes motorhomes, right? I said, I don't want a Mercedes motorhome. He says, yeah, they do this, and they're great, and they're wonderful. I said, I don't want a Mercedes motorhome. But, and by the end of the conversation, I was buying a Mercedes motorhome whether I wanted to or not, right?
Because of all the things it can do.
But what I found, a lot of people are telling me the stuff that they want, telling me I got to do it. So It's just their opinion.
Well, that people only know what they know, and their experiences are their own. Yeah, and so that's what they base it on, right?
But it's so amazing, the reactions that I get. It's just like, and some people think I'm absolutely nuts, and some people are green. Absolutely
I'm so
green.
Excited for you, because that's something that my grandparents used to do every so often, was they'd get in their camper van and they'd go coast to coast.
It was you who told me about the guy who did that till he lived to be 80, right?
My granddad.
Your granddad, okay.
Got his first speeding ticket at 83 years old in a motorized camper van. I get come by it, honestly.
Well, just so that you know, this is not a move into a van and live. This is a trip. I'm coming back. I have to live here. Yes. There's no way I'm going to spend the rest of my life in that snow-filled.
Well, that's what makes it fun going, is knowing you get to come
I'm coming
home.
Back.
And even if you decide September next year is not when you're coming home, you want to stay a little longer. But you got.
But September rhymed with all the other words.
Well, and actually, being off the road by September mightn't be a bad thing once you've been on the road for that long.
Well, and the idea is to come back next fall, 2021, and then I'll find a place. I'll buy a place to live. Park the money and take off and. Okay. And just,
So the song "I Got Freedom," does it really feel like you have freedom now? Does it feel like your shoulders are down? And
every day, more and more days, and I'm starting to realize that this dream is actually coming true. And every time a bus or a dump truck drives by my house, I go, I'm not going to have to put up with that anymore.
No. Oh, think of all the motorcycles you're going to miss this summer.
Oh, they're already out. I heard them yesterday. They're already out. So
I know where Brent's backyard is. So, yeah, experience that.
I Got Freedom. This one, Glenn played the guitar, all the electric guitars on it.
We're talking Glenn Foster.
Yeah, Glenn Foster. Sorry, I imagine that everybody knows. Everybody, you know how famous that guy is? I bought a camera at London Drugs, and the person selling me the camera says, this is a really good camera. Glenn Foster owns the same model. Which works out really good, because when we do his videos, we shoot with the two of the exact same, two cameras that are exactly the same, so the pictures look the same.
Nice, nice, yes.
He came over to the house, and he came over at 10:30, and then I got him to sing Backroads Brent, because what I want is as many people as I can to sing that theme song. Remember before I was trying to get everybody to sing on my songs? Mm-hmm. It just wasn't working. Mm-hmm. And then I thought to do it this way. One song. Anybody who wants to sing on it, just look me up, and I'm looking for as many folks as I can. Cool. Because because I'm going to be making all these videos, and I want all these different sounds, because if you watch one person's videos over and over again, they use the same music, it's like, I don't want to hear that again.
No, but good idea.
Yeah, so if any of the listeners would like to, come on over and do a rendition of Backroads Brent, get a hold of me through the website, backroadsbrent.com.
There we go.
Anyways, Glenn came over at 10:30 in the morning, and by the time we were finished, we looked at his clock, it was 2:30, and we went, what? Where did the time go? It just flew. He played more guitar in those few hours. I had 50 takes of it, but I picked the best ones.
That's hard to do too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So he's going to kill me for saying this, but this is hilarious. When he was singing Backroads Brent, he sang Backwoods Brent every time. Not once in a while. Every time I stop, I say, it's Backroads. We start laughing, and then he'd sing it again, and he goes, Backwoods Brent. I probably just said it myself. So
You might have.
But
Backroads Brent is Backroads Brent.
Yeah,
But
taking
there's
the
a little
back
bit of a
roads.
Backroads Brent. You gotta.
Yeah. So this song is about, it starts off saying, I sold the lawnmower to the girl next door, ain't gonna cut that damn grass no more. And it's all about getting freedom and just being free.
And here
no
it is.
mortgage, stuff like that.
There is I Got Freedom. This is Backroads Brent about to adventure away.
Sold my lawnmower to the girl next door. Ain't gonna cut that damn grass no more. Heading down the back roads to the eastern shore. I got freedom. Trading the mortgage for the open road. Paid off the credit card and debts I owed. This a financial overload. I got freedom. I got freedom, I got life, got no worries, got no strife. I got freedom, and I've got wine, I've got nothing but time. Discover places I've never been, seeing the sights I've never seen. Tasting the grass, man, is it evergreen? I got freedom. Meeting the people who cover this land, soaking up the sun and getting well tan. Left in the dust the place that I got bad. I got freedom. I got freedom. I got life. Got no worries. Got no strife. I got freedom. I got wine. I've got nothing but time. I got life, got no worries, got no strife. I got freedom, and I've got wine, I've got nothing but time. I got freedom, I got life, got no worries, got no wine, got no strife. I got freedom, I got wine, I've got nothing but time. I got freedom, I got life, got no worries, got no strife. I got freedom, and I got wine, I got nothing but time. I got freedom.
So freedom to do what you want within reason?
Got no worries. Now, the word is got no strife, but if you listen carefully in one of those, you'll hear, I got no wife.
Ooh.
Which gives me freedom. Sorry, what was the question?
I'm not even going to ask now. No. I said, is it really giving you freedom? Are you getting to do what you want to do now? Looking forward to that?
Well, not yet, but when it happens, no, because I still have the same routine that I do.
There's still a lot of things to do before you can get on the freedom train. Haha.
Yeah, but you know what? Like no map, no plan. Things will just come as I need them. Things will. I'm
do you have a first destination? Are you going to get a map and put pins in where you've gone?
Yeah, I'm going to go to my cousins in Surrey. Yeah, no,
That's off the rock.
I'll have the map. No plan. What was I saying? No plan. No. Oh, I forget. Oh, I'm a minimalist.
Okay,
minimalist.
So you're taking your recording studio with you, ish, right? Because that's
I'm taking the whole thing. It's not that. The only thing that's big is the speakers. Everything, laptop,
and they're actually quite small compared to what they used to be.
I got big ones. I think I might have to trade them in for smaller ones.
Okay, because you're going to be limited space.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But I say
things like, when you live in a house for 32 years, you just accumulate
you
junk.
got stuff, right?
And not only do I accumulate junk, I got other people's junk in there too.
Well, you have two sons. You
yeah.
got some of their junk, I'm guessing, and a few friends probably. Can you hang on to this for a while? And
I have cleaned that basement 4 times, and it's still full.
I so understand that.
So.
I have empathy of that.
But I will have no trouble living with 2 T-shirts, a pair of shorts, jeans, and whatever. I'll have no trouble with that. People wonder.
Yeah.
They say to me, "You spend 4 days by yourself. Aren't you lonely?" Nope. Not one bit.
Different.
Not one bit.
When you're good company.
Yeah, I'm not lonely at all. Doesn't bother me at all. So this trip is also to get away. Like, do you know how many lakes in northern Ontario? 250,000. And there's a billion more mosquitoes, but we'll deal with that too.
That's
when we
different.
Get there.
So make sure all your windows have screens.
Yeah. So I want to go and see something. I've never been anywhere, Pam. I was born in Winnipeg.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 5, we moved to Kelowna.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Calgary when I was 17 or 18, and then out here when I was 25. And that's all I've ever been. Never been anywhere.
So you've been way west.
Just a Western boy. And I've never been east of Winnipeg, and I don't remember anything of Winnipeg except for the snowdrifts and sticking my tongue on the post.
Silly.
We all did that. But so I got to go see some stuff.
You got to go see some stuff while you can still see some stuff and enjoy seeing the stuff.
Yeah, before I get too old and crotchety and can't.
And then don't
can't
care,
do it. But
grumpy. No.
My dad's girlfriend says that her 60s was the best time of her life. She said.
Excellent.
She's 80 something now, but she said that was the best time of my life. You're going to enjoy it. Well, if I sit in the house and get bigger and fatter and do nothing, I ain't going to enjoy it, right? So.
No, you got to
let's
have
go
fun.
do
If you're not having fun, make some fun.
Let's go do something.
Doing something. So you're retired.
Basically, yeah. Well,
Ish.
just say yes, because
Okay.
I was, for the last few years, I said semi-retired because I was still doing shows. I was still doing comedy things and magic shows and things like that. The other day I bumped into a friend of mine who is with a girl who I've done the kid's birthday show for year after year. And he said, "It's coming up. You might get a gig out of it." And I actually went, oh. So
That says you're done,
Yeah,
son.
when I don't want to do that anymore. I'm finished with that. So the term semi-retired doesn't really work. So ask me again, are you retired?
Are you retired,
Yes.
Brent? Okay. Can I
Yes.
play them retirement blues for you? Which you got to talk about. Because
you
wrote this a while
You know
ago.
that I've written thousands and thousands of songs, maybe even 500.
maybe even.
And this one was when my dad retired. And he retired in 1991, I think. 91.
I
he was
remember.
He was younger than I am now. You remember when he retired?
do.
No, you weren't. We weren't.
No, we weren't. No, 2015.
1991 or 2 or something like that. He's been retired forever. He's almost 90 years old and in better shape than anybody I know. Anyways, I wrote the song for him, and they had a great big huge party up in Kelowna for him when he retired. All the telephone folks got together, and I played it live there. And there's one line in the song that everybody laughed at. You'll hear it. It's
okay.
So I recorded this at home as well. I played all the parts on this as well. So I haven't heard it for a while, so I'm interested to hear the difference in the sound
Because
quality.
now it sounds like you in the song.
Yeah. So it's called Them Retirement Blues, and it's all about him. Here's what it was. When he was talking about retiring, we all went, yeah, sure, you're going to retire.
Said that.
And then I thought that he would be so bored because once he drove everywhere once, that he would just... So it's about retiring and being bored is what it's all about.
I don't think he's been bored.
Not once.
so much.
No, not once.
Here he is. This is for Albert, and Brent.
Yeah, Them Retirement Blues. There's a picture of me.
There you go.
So you're retiring. I heard that before, but I see it's real. You walked out the door. You don't have to work there anymore. You worked all your life, kept busy as hell, but I got something I'd like to tell you about retirement. Yeah, it's a bore. You'll have all the time that you ever did need. You'll be living so damn free. Financial matters, no worry. So there you go, your time is your own, but there's something in this little poem I'm going to tell you how it's going to be. Wake up in the morning, nothing to do. Wash your face, shine your shoes, drink a bottle of coffee, read the morning news. Pick up your guitar, sing a couple of tunes, poke around the house with nothing to do. Oh Lord, I got 'em, all them retirement blues. Oh Lord, I got 'em, all them retirement blues. I'm so damn bored, I got nothing to do. Oh Lord, I got 'em, of them retirement blues. I'm so damn bored, I got nothing to do. You jump into the carnal destination plan, drive until you covered every inch of this land. Wonder to yourself, I've been there before. Been there before. Well, sure you have. It was a while back. All this time on the road, you're gonna lose track. You find all this driving becomes such a bore. Such a bore. So you go back home, wash the dirt off your car. Boy, this time you didn't go very far. Blues settling in, you're starting to lose. Starting to lose. So you wander downtown and you start to roam. Ain't nobody telling you you gotta be home. You might as well get yourself a woman so you can be in shit. Be in shit. So you're home again, you find it's time to eat. You gotta go downtown and buy some meat. Everything's happening the same old way. Light up the stove, cook up some stew. Not a big evening of watching the two. Hey man, don't worry, tomorrow's a brand new day. Oh Lord, I got 'em, them retirement blues. I'm staying bored, I got nothing to do. Oh Lord, I got 'em, them retirement blues. I'm staying bored, I got nothing to do. You'll find out it's a good old life, but once you've done everything twice, you'll be paying them retirement dues. Retirement dues. Well, now it's time to end this song. I tell you, I hope that I am wrong, and you can beat them, them retirement blues. Oh Lord, I got 'em, them retirement blues. I'm so damn bored, I got nothing to do. I got the blues. Oh Lord, I got 'em, them retirement blues. I'm so damn bored, I got nothing to do. I got me nothing to do. Oh Lord, I got 'em, them retirement blues. I'm so damn bored, I got nothing to do. I gotta get me a woman. Oh Lord, I got 'em, them retirement blues. I'm so damn bored, I got nothing to do. Drinking water. Oh Lord, I got 'em, them retirement blues. I'm so damn bored, I got nothing to do. Wash the whole damn car. Oh Lord, I got 'em, them retirement blues. I'm so damn bored, I got
Brent's
nothing
laughing at me.
No, I'm laughing at the song. I haven't heard it for a while. Yeah, and that, once they hear it, they say, yeah, I'm so damn bored, I got nothing to do. Retirement blues.
Okay, so your dad, not bored. No, you, not bored.
Not going to be, no.
No.
I am now, but I'm not going to be. Well, I was until all this thing started. And remember, I mentioned it earlier that it started in 2017. I have the original ideas that I recorded into a little tiny recorder back at Departure Bay Beach in 2017 when I wrote both of the Backroads Brent and Backroads Brent theme song. Now, let's get into this little thing for a minute here.
What?
You got something from me and it said Brent Brown. Why does it say Brent Brown?
Yeah, why does that say Brent?
Because I have had a very difficult last name to deal with all of my life.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 names I had to learn to spell to DJ here at CHLY. Felgard and Boehler. Boehler.
So I have decided that everybody that I know now is still going to know me by that name.
Yeah.
But when I take off and hit the road, I am going to use a different name. Like all the songs are recorded by Brent Brown.
Okay.
And I went through all kinds of names to come up with what the name was going to be. Brent Burns. I wanted to keep the B because I got BB shows, right? Yep. So Brent Burns, Brent. The one that I came up with that I really liked was Branderson, but that is going to be just as difficult as my own because everybody's going to say Anderson. But I love the sound. Brent Branderson. I love that.
Yep.
Brent Brown was blue, right? So, but I just started putting things out there with that name on it. And it's just, I want to see what it's like for when somebody says, what's your name? Brent Brown. Oh, okay. Mr. Brown.
Yeah, well, you know, when you get married, girls change their name, and it's very different when it goes back so I've done the name change a couple of times.
Oh.
It's a different kind of thing. And I still have ID with the other name because on occasion I write under it.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, that's what this is. I'm going to be doing all my song performing, and the book that I'm writing is going to be written, I can never remember the name. It's Simonian or something like that. Your pen name? Psycho.
Synonym.
Cinnamon. So it's gonna be my pen name.
That's it.
And I haven't told anybody. They're just gonna start finding out.
Nobody's listening.
So when I get it, well, hey, all my fans are listening because I heard from both of them.
Okay, see, this is awesome. And hopefully a few folks found Songwriters Circle here on CHLY. Moving to noon today.
Yeah, here we are. Yeah.
And Brent Boehler is my guest, Brent Brown.
Well, Brent Brown, as soon as I close the door in the van and leave the rock.
It'll be Brent Brown, but you're a Boehler for now.
Yeah, well, to you it is, because how can you change? Like, like, how
You're
can
Brent.
I change anybody in Nanaimo?
Well, this is the first time you've been in the booth without Woofy. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, I know. What do I do with this
I feel like
huh?
I'm cheating on Woofy.
Yeah. Well, he's still around, but he's
And he's taking the trip with you because there will be occasions where Woofy is going to just.
Yeah, he's not very big. So, but my brother tells me that the kids' entertainment on that coast is still really big.
Oh yes,
it's not here
because it's a different type of community there, right?
Yeah.
So,
he said that they're. I'm not going to say this out loud.
No, keep it to yourself.
But because he's the implant out there, right?
The implant.
Now, when his wife talks to me, I understand what she says. When she talks to her sister in Newfie English, I haven't got a clue what they're saying, but they're speaking English. So.
Because you've said that after we're done with our conversation, I'm going to play a Newfie song that Trinitude recorded because we kept saying, "What the heck are you saying?" And they had all this series of phrases that they made us learn how to sing the chorus with. Remember that long ago song?
Bruce will tell me something a Newfoundlander will say that is a Newfoundlander phrase. And we think it's hilarious, right? But they think our phrases are hilarious too. But it's very interesting. I'm well prepared to go there now because I get all the stories and stuff. And guess what I'm buying before I leave? A snowmobile.
What?
I'm buying a snowmobile. What are you going to snowmobile in Nanaimo? No. It's going to be out there.
Waiting for where your warm coat and your boots and all those things are because you don't want to carry them with you.
Yeah, because in his...
I have a... Yes.
In his community, they don't drive in the winter. They drive their snowmobiles to the store, to the they all have cabins, and they have cabin parties, and they all drive their snowmobiles.
Okay, so here we have tailgate parties.
Yeah.
There they have cabin parties.
Yeah, and they all drive so they can have a little bit of that screech or hooch or whatever it is that they drink, and then they can drive home because they're not on the roads, right? Now, the most interesting thing about this is he says, this is so cool. He says, there's 2 cop cars in town.
2?
The 2 cop cars in the place that he lives.
2?
So if you drive by the cop shop and both the cars are there, there's no cops on the road.
That's convenient.
It's such a small town, and they're like, but he loves it there now. So I'm gonna go check it out.
How long did it take him to be comfortable? Because,
to be what?
To get him to climatize to there. How long before he started talking like a Newfoundlander?
Well, he hasn't yet. I don't think he's going to. He's been there for. Okay, Carter was 6 when he moved, and he's 11 now. So when I went to school, that was 5.
It still is.
Yeah. Okay. So
math hasn't changed that much.
Now this is exciting too because I haven't seen my nephew since he was 4 years old. And he's 11.
And you Skype though, right? So you.
Well, we did not much. Not he doesn't have much to do with his uncle anymore until I go out there and I have a bigger snowmobile than he does. Then that'll be popular.
Oh, that'll change.
Now, here's the best joke in the world. What do you call a skidoo with no skis?
A sea-doo.
A skidon't.
Oh.
Groan.
A little groaner. A little groaner.
Yeah,
okay, so what are your plans before you leave? We've got like 10, 12 minutes left to chat.
Okay. When my kids ever ask me questions like that, I always started them off with, if all goes well. Okay.
Yes.
So when you ask me that question, if all goes well, I'll be on the road by the summer.
Okay.
If all goes well.
So you're looking at this van thing that you don't have to do a lot of work to, or are you going to do some customizing, or what do you think you're going to do?
That will be
going to be a deterring
as it goes, or unless I can find one that's already done.
Okay.
But it'll be a thing that goes. I've been watching a lot of people with their van builds, and they spend months and months and months and make them absolutely beautiful. I don't want that. I don't want a beautiful van. If you have a beautiful van, you could scratch it or get dirt in it, right?
Yes.
I just want an old work truck to travel across the land and then.
You want to be inconspicuous.
Yeah. Boondocking. The boondocking means you go up in the woods and you live off. There's no electricity. There's no water. There's nothing.
You want to find a stream somewhere.
Yeah. Then there's millions.
So your list of things to take with you. I know what I wanted to ask you. How are you going to decide which instruments go with you, or have you already minimized your?
Well, that's interesting. My acoustic will go with me because I can go busking. Okay.
Okay. I knew this was
When I worked at the camera store, I bought camera gear. When the kids were born, I had a dark room. When the kids were born, I had to get rid of the dark room. So I put everything in a box.
Uh-oh.
right, and took it down and sold it. But then I said, well, wait a minute. I need to keep a camera.
Yeah.
So that came out of the box. Well, if I've got the camera, I need a lens.
Oh, of
that
course.
came out of the box. Well, if I got this lens, I got to have a flash. That came out of the box.
yeah.
And, it went on and on and on until most of the stuff came out of the box. So I just put it all in. So when you ask me, what am I going to take on the road? It's basically the same question, right? Like, what are you going to, the acoustic's going to go.
Okay.
I do have a small PA that I want to take for doing shows and busking and stuff like that. It's very small. It's about 2 feet by 8 inches. So it's very tiny.
Okay.
But, when you get into a van, that's pretty big. So as far as taking the electric guitar, I don't know. Like how often am I going to use it? I don't know. We'll have to see. So.
But if you're doing some recordings.
Mm-hmm. But I can always farm that stuff out. Like I never have to think about playing bass ever again. I got
and Glenn Foster on the electric. So really, your acoustic microphone and patch cord.
all the rest of it's a keyboard, which is about 2.5 feet long. It's all and it weighs about 2 pounds maybe. So
and that's kind of it.
Yeah. So it's going to be a question of how much room is there. Oh, but by the way, I have this idea. I have to have a bed that's a certain height off the floor because of my knees. I can't get up out of the bed. But I need room in the van. So here's the idea. A mattress is about, 8? I need a real mattress. I can't be sleeping on these air things. They just don't work for me. So it's about 8 or 10 inches wide. So on the wall of the van, you put a tiny table.
Yep.
Then the mattress folds up onto that table on its side.
Right.
And then when it comes back down, of course, it's on a bed with legs and stuff. So you can go, that could be a Murphy bed, but, and you go, and then it's out of the way. Because if I'm going to set up a studio in a van, I can't have a bed taking up the room. But as far as a kitchen and bathroom and all that kind of stuff, I don't need that in the van. Now, I say that now. But when I'm out there.
Wait till there's a frosty morning and you think, I don't.
I've got a heater. Oh, by the way, that guy told me that if I light my buddy heater in the van, it will kill me. I will die.
Yes, do not.
No, you take a monitor with you.
Yes.
But you don't.
And little fans and things.
You don't turn the heater on and leave it run all night. You turn it on, heat up your space, and turn it off, right? So.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to die from heat in the van.
It's not the heat that'll kill you, kiddo.
Well, the output.
There's
more output
fumes.
There's more output that comes out of me than there is out of heaters. So.
We don't need to know that. We don't need to know that. Okay, so do you have an exit date? You just kind of early this summer before the...
If all goes well...
Again, if all goes well, if all goes
to plan, I should be leaving June or July. So it'll be a shorter trip out than it will be coming back.
Because you want to be hitting there before the end of September, October, when weather starts turning nasty.
Yeah, October-ish. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
October-ish.
Yeah, something like that.
Be there for Thanksgiving, kind of.
But then again, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You have no map, Brent. This scares the crap out of me, but he has no map.
I don't know. Anyways, you're asking. You said something about phoning in every once in a while. So
I think that would be a ton of fun.
Yeah. So I'll check in.
Get you to phone from the road on a Sunday.
Where I am, but then that all depends on cell phone towers and there is the Wi-Fi phone, so I can use that if I'm near a library or something.
Yep.
But I will probably have my own.
Or if we were really organized and using technology in a way that we actually could use technology, you could send me a pre-recorded, hey, this is where Backroads Brent is. But it's more fun if it's a live thing.
More for better, that's my term.
More for better.
More
for better. We like more for better.
Yeah, that would be more fun just to phone in, but I could do that too, because guess what? That song that we just said about I Got Freedom?
Yeah.
And the line says, what have I got? Nothing. I've got nothing but time.
Nothing but time.
So I'm going to have so much time to do.
And lots of road.
Yeah, and lots of things to learn and see. And
so contact information, website, blog site, what can you share with listeners?
The best thing to do is to just go onto the computer and type in backroadsbrent.com.
Okay.
And that will bring up, on that page, there's links to YouTube, there's links to the blog, there's links to Twitter, and I'm saving the Instagram till I get out there and actually start taking pictures.
Good idea.
Because that's just another one of those things you have to fill out.
And are there links on that website to the previous Brent and Woofy stuff too, or no?
No, I'm still working on that. Okay. Yeah, no, but that's a really good idea. There'll be a About Brent section and link back to
Yeah, in
But
your book.
they're
And
going to go, well, who's this Brent Boehler guy?
you get that a lot. It's not that confusing. Man, people can screw up Edgar. So, you know. Okay, so we got...
When I wrote it out this morning, I was going, is it EGER or GAR? I have to I look it up.
Yeah, spell check. No, autocorrect, please. I'm not a fan of autocorrect. Brent, I want to thank you for coming in the booth this morning and sharing some of what's going to be happening in your adventure. Is there a few things that we should be aware of before you go? Like, is there going to be a bon voyage or a something before you are on the road, or you're just going to be on the road?
Well, that's the first time I've ever thought of that, but I doubt it. I'm not into the partying and stuff. Yeah, I'm just going to take off.
Okay.
You can always listen to Pam every week and say, I wonder if Brent's going to phone in this week.
Well, I'm going to be curious.
I do. I will tell you this, that I have a cousin that has land up in the Merritt area. And I plan on going on a solo camping trip for a week. No internet, no phones, no nothing. Just go up for a week. Won't you be bored?
No.
Nah. When I used to go up to Hornby Island and I'd spend the whole day on the beach, and people would say to me, aren't you bored? I said, look at that ocean. 4 square meters of ocean. There's more life and stuff going on in there because the tide's going. And they look at me like as though I'm a moron. But hey, guess what? Me and the fish are happy.
I used to escape. And people go, where are you escaping to? Me.
Yeah.
I'm escaping to me.
Yeah. So I won't be bored at all. It'll be just fine.
So here is Backroads Brent. That's not the easiest thing for me to say, but I will practice. Backroads Brent exit song. And then from Trinitude's Rooted CD, Jigs in Buddy Home, you got to learn how to talk this way before you get there. So you should take a copy of their CD with you and practice some of those phrases. What?
No kidding, eh?
Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was kind of a lot of fun coming in here without my sidekick.
No kidding. This is you now.
Yeah, you asked me if I felt more free. That's one of the things that I feel really, really free from. It's just me now.
It's an adventure, and Brent is going to share it with us.
Okay, let's exit.
Cool.
Thanks, Pam.
Backroads Brent. Backroads Brent. Backroads Brent. Backroads Brent. Backroads Brent. Heaven sent. Backroads Brent.